Yeah, I'm not trying to make, a happy Memorial Day or whatever, and I would say Happy Father's Day, but my father's an asshole, and his wife that he's married to is a bitch, and I don't give a fuck. She said that she's gonna fight me every step of the way to stop me from getting my brother um, from out of an assisted living home, which I think is bullshit. You know, and I thought assisted living homes were supposed to help families come together or be together and stuff like that, not keep them apart, which is what they've been doing to my brother, who's been in there since 2005, which I think is bullshit. And I've tried several times to get him out, sign him out, or whatever, and they just seem to not want to let me do that. So, um, you know, I have a good reason, to sit here and or stand here and make this video and talk about, my dad like that, because he was married to my mom, who I'm looking after for 2 decades, while he was in the army, and during that time when he was in the army in the 70s and in the 80s, um, he drank up his check. He beat up my mom. He was just not a nice person. You know, and that was our childhood. We a lot of times we didn't have no food in the fridge, no food in the cabinet, just no food in the house. Period. So that was kind of our you know upbringing as far as like the shit we had to go through, and I started stealing at an early age because of that. And I got in a lot of trouble back in the 70s and 80s, um, all the way up into the 90s, and where when 92 when I got kicked out because my dad was just being an asshole. Like I said, so I'm trying to, or I've been trying to get my mom alimony, basically, uh, from my dad, so that she can. And a lot of people I've talked to said that she should have been got that money. Even though my dad has said that, you know, or I've been told that he's not doesn't want to pay, isn't gonna pay, whatever. And I'm like, okay, whatever. you know so anyways, like I said, this is kind of why I'm doing it, because my mom, she deserves it, and she's gone without for so long, and that's basically why I'm trying to do it. And another thing is that if I put her in a nursing home, they're not going to be interested in none of that shit, and they're just going to be sticking her in there and just doing God knows what to her. you know so that's kind of why I'm doing it, because I care for my mom, and and all that, which is a plus. But you know, uh, like I said, that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my mom, for my mom, um, and hopefully that will, and that's going to make up a lot of the money itself. She's going to get back pay as well, and I was told this by the VA when we went there last year in March. I didn't even ask about that. They told me she was going to get back pay from the 1980s all the way to now, or whenever she actually starts getting the money. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Um, that whole thing. So I don't know. Um, so I just kind of, it sucked, going through all that shit back in the days, in the 70s and 80s, when we went without a lot of shit, back then. Um, you know, not just me, my brothers and my sister did too. So it was not a really great thing to, you know, have to go through, shit like that, you know. Um,